had this one girlfriend. I finally had a girlfriend. I was 16. To this day, I've never met a girl like her be so like patient and loving and yada yada yada. But I was still in my toxic phase of my life. And, long story short, I ended up cheating on her.
Hello, storytellers. Welcome to Seek and Speak. Here we discover the extraordinary and ordinary truths within all walks of life through one story at a time. I'm Biyeni, the host, and I work to inspire connection, creativity, and reveal how the heart of every story is human. This week's guest is someone I've never met before, but I'm excited to get to know him and for you guys to get to know him as well. Let's meet him. Hi, Dontae. Hello, Dontae. Welcome to Seek and Speak. This is actually insane. This is my first guest where I have no clue anything about him. Like,
Not
absolutely
a damn
anything.
thing.
Not a damn thing. But I'm so excited to get to know you. And I'm so glad that we have friends that were able to connect us and that, we have a shared passion of inspiring people and telling stories.
Mhm.
I'm very excited to have you here. And I'm really excited to get to know you. How are you feeling?
I'm nervous.
You're
'Cause
nervous?
I never did a podcast episode like this before.
For real?
Yeah, but I'm a easygoing guy.
Mm-hmm.
So I think you'll be very interested in the story too.
I
I hope you're interested. I hope you don't look at me different.
Imagine I'm like, no, get out.
You might. You honestly
Beep.
might. You
No.
honestly might.
No, honestly, I feel like every human has a good story. It's just you gotta find the ones that are meaningful to you. So if you're bringing something meaningful in some way, shape, or form, I'm sure it's gonna impact me in some way.
I hope so.
Yeah.
It's definitely meaningful, but it's kind of like crazy.
Oh,
It's crazy.
It's crazy story. I'm excited.
But it's a story that's like kind of like who or what made me to be who I am today, kind of thing.
Oh, those are the best stories.
Yeah, like why who I am talking to you right now is because of this story.
Oh my gosh, this is insane. I'm so excited. Why don't you actually share a little bit about yourself to the audience so they can know?
So, as you know, my name Dontae. I'm an aspiring content creator. Like I really want to be a content creator. Like one of the big ones though, not just like small, no, like a DDG or Kaisenat. Like I want to be up there. And I work hard at that every day to, be up there, but I have 13 siblings.
You have what?
Yeah, 12 or 13. I'll be forgetting every day. But yeah, I want to be a role model for all of them. I'm in the middle of both sides, my dad and my mom's side, but I want to be a role model for my older ones and even my younger ones. So that's pretty much who I am.
That is beautiful. Well, from what you're sharing, I already know that you're getting there. Like on TikTok, can I share this information?
Yes.
He just reached 100K followers on TikTok.
100K, baby.
I honestly can see that for you. I was watching your videos because I'm a stalker like that. Mm-hmm. And I'm a supporter already. I don't even know you. I'm already supporting you. And I totally see that in your future just based off first impressions. So here's the main question of Seek and Speak. Nothing extraordinary or ordinary. It can be quite literally anything. I'm just trying to get to know you. And so is the audience. So what's your story, Dontae?
So I feel like a lot of people go through, I should say this, a lot of people have life-changing moments in life. Mm-hmm. And mine happened when I was 16. And I dated this girl, whatnot, and she was so sweet, loving. Backstory, I didn't grow up with a loving women around. Like my mom wasn't really loving, affectionate. My dad wasn't, my sister wasn't. Mm-hmm. So I feel like growing up, I was searching for that in people, but in a way that I didn't realize. I used to always say, I don't trust girls, yada, yada, yada. I used to be a player, you could say that, in high school. But I feel like deep down I was really looking for a love. But I was hiding it by having so many girls and saying, messing with these girls and treating these girls wrong, yada, yada, yada. But I had this one girlfriend. I finally had a girlfriend. I was 16 when we started dating. And, she was to this day, I've never met a girl like her be so patient and loving and yada, yada, yada. But I was still in my toxic phase of my life. You know what I'm saying? And long story short, but I'm gonna obviously get more detailed.
Right.
I was still being toxic, talking to other girls while dating her and doing all this bullshit, and then I ended up cheating on her. And like for some reason to this day, like that still hurts me. But I'm gonna get to the point why, I think.
Right.
But that's
well. Thank you so much. Wow, first guest comes with a bang. No, this is. I honestly would not have seen that from like first impression. So thank you so much for sharing that with a complete stranger. And like I experience, I feel like I relate on that experience of not having a super emotional family. I don't know, where are your family members from? Here.
Rochester.
So are they like, they're super like kind of like just not.
It's like tough love, but at the same time, it's like
they don't know how.
You know what I'm
because they
saying?
probably never received that.
Right. And I don't know, like my dad sent me a video the other day, and it was like black people, black parents, they don't know, they didn't grow up with love, so they don't know how to give it to their kid in a way that is like touchy-feely, hugs, kisses, but they do it by you having a roof over your head and you having food on the table. I'm like, I get that, but a 7-year-old kid is not gonna be like, okay, I have a roof over my head, I have food on the table, I am loved.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I feel like they need more than that. And I feel like my dad was trying to like justify his actions by sending me that video. And I'm like, I understand it. Like, you're not wrong for thinking that way, and I'm not wrong for thinking this way. But a kid is not gonna know he's loved because he has clean socks. Or dirty socks. The kid doesn't give a fuck about his socks.
That is a very much like an adult thing. They think that security equates happiness. And as someone who's kind of gone off the traditional path of what I'm doing right now, I can definitely tell you that that is not true. And as someone who was a child who, I feel like now I realize my love language is physical touch, it's words of affirmation, and it's not like gift giving and things like that are more on the security side.
Right.
And so I totally understand from your perspective being like not coming from a super emotional family, well, how that impacts your future relationships specifically. Right. I haven't been in many relationships either, but the one that I was in, I was seeking a lot of that emotional support. And I don't necessarily know if I was able to give it back completely as well in the way that it was needed for that person.
Right.
Because every person is different and you have all these siblings too.
Right.
So it's like what you needed might not have been what they needed. Right. And so thank you so much for first bringing that up, sharing that. Mental health is such a big thing. People do not talk about it, especially people of colors, families of color. They go through so many struggles that are based in society and all of these like generational issues that are just passed down. And so mental health isn't something they consider
at all. It's like when I was scared to tell my dad, like, well, backstory again, like I started going to therapy because of my second girlfriend. She basically told me, like, Dontae, I feel like you should go to therapy. And I was the type, it was just embedded in me to be like, no, therapy's for girls, like, But then I ended up going to therapy, and it was actually one of the best decisions I ever made. So I feel like I'm a very big advocate for therapy.
Yeah.
For people in general, but definitely like black people, because we grow up thinking that like the stuff that we've been through is normal, and it's really not. You know what I mean?
And you don't know it
until it's really too late.
Yeah.
In my opinion.
Never too late. Never too late. But
later on in life.
And so let's go back to like what you mentioned about how these traumas eventually affected your relationships, right? So you're with this girl who you genuinely care about because she was able to be patient throughout all the things that you put her through. So can I ask you, like, what were your thoughts, like, as you're putting her through all of these like painfully emotional things? What were you thinking?
If I'm being honest, I wasn't thinking anything of it. I wasn't like, oh, I'm doing her wrong. Oh, these mosquitoes are pissing me off. Like, I'm thinking, like, is there anywhere else we could do this goddamn?
Do you want to do it inside?
We're gonna have to.
Guys, we might do a location switch. So, like I was talking about, when it comes to like mental health, it kind of caused you to treat this person who you really cared about, who was so patient towards you, with disrespect. I want to know what was going on in your mind when you did that to her.
Nothing was going on. Like, it wasn't like, I'm gonna try to put this the best way as I can. Like,
No, be honest,
when I was dating her, I feel like I was just living life, and it's not an excuse. I was living life on like autopilot. Like, I wasn't really in tune with my emotions, so there's no way I could have been in tune with hers. I wasn't really thinking about much. I was just doing. You know what I mean? So like, when she would voice her feelings, I wasn't really like taking it in. Like, I wasn't like, oh, okay, I know how you feel. Or it was just like, all right, you know what I mean? Like, careless kind of. But I feel like after, like, as soon as we broke up, I promise. As soon as we broke up,
you were like,
promise.
damn.
As soon as we broke up, it was like a whole new person.
Are you serious?
I'm not even kidding. Like, probably like the next day, maybe the same day. Like, she taught me so many things. Like, Dontae, it's okay to cry. Dontae, it's okay to be emotional. Dontae, it's okay to have emotions. Like, it's not girly to have emotions. And like, I didn't really notice that I was hiding, or I had so much inside of me, because before her, I didn't really cry as much. But after her, like, I probably cried so much. Like, when we broke up, for months, probably like 4 or 5 months after that, like, I cried probably every day. And it's like, she taught me that. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah,
I was able to, like, she birthed a whole new person, kind of thing. Like,
sometimes I feel like in situations, especially like you're in a toxic relationship, it's like two separate individuals with their own life, their own problems, coming from completely different backgrounds, right? And sometimes people don't work well together because of your experiences, even though you care about each other. And it's really in the absence of someone that you love and care that you actually are listening to the things that they're saying. You actually are considering how they impacted your life. So I'm not shocked that it took the breakup for you to like, and immediately for you to be like, damn, she was right. Damn, I'm feeling it. I'm feeling it all at once. You know what I mean?
And it's crazy though. The reason why I'm still feeling it today is because even though I was in another relationship a couple years after that, I never ever felt or met someone so patient to this day. Someone so patient and like loving. Like, she loved me so unconditional that it just didn't make sense. Like, at the time, I didn't know how to nurture that, obviously, because I didn't have that growing up, right?
That is so interesting that you're like, it didn't make sense. She loved me so much that it didn't make sense. That phrase always, because I hear it a lot, surprisingly, and typically from people who have backgrounds where they're not shown that emotional care, and especially in men. Okay, like especially in men. Like, why do I deserve this treatment? I didn't do anything. I didn't do anything to deserve this. But and maybe it comes from my like Catholic upbringing, which I still struggle with to this day, if I can be honest. But like, I genuinely believe that every human deserves love and respect regardless of how they treat you. And I feel like maybe she was behaving like she had experiences that had allowed her to understand that. And that you were, even though she unfortunately had to deal with pain, a lot of emotional pain, that like through her, you were the positive impact that she put into the world. And the question I want to ask is, after the experience with her, how did that affect the way that you started treating people? Yeah, I'm getting into it. I'm getting into it.
It's crazy because, like, I'm glad you asked me that, because another reason I'm going to remember, hopefully I remember your question. I'm definitely going to.
Yes.
But another reason why I think I'm still hurt about it today is because I have yet to redeem myself in the way that I have yet to meet someone like that and then treat her well. So I had another girlfriend, and I promise you, I treated her 20 times better than I treated my first girlfriend because of my first girlfriend. Like, I told myself, Dontae, the next time you fall in love, you are going to do this better, you are going to do this better, and you are damn sure going to do this better, and you damn sure not going to cheat. and I did everything like better. I was communicating. I was telling the girl how I was feeling, how she was making me feel, how yada yada yada. Like, of course I wasn't perfect, right? But like from that person, from the person who cheated to the person I was when I got into the next relationship, I was so much better. And that's because of that first girlfriend. And I tell people all the time, like, in order for you to know me, you have to know who my first girlfriend is.
Stop.
You have to.
Like, why is that gonna make me cry? That is very beautiful.
But isn't that crazy though?
I don't think it's crazy at all.
I think it's crazy.
I think that that's the impact of kindness. That's the impact. What did people say when you're in love? At least what I've learned through my experience, what you should look for: patience, kindness, and respect. You have those three in anyone, boyfriend, girlfriend, like family member, like in any relationship, then it doesn't matter the mistakes that you do. It doesn't matter the troubles that you go through. The impact is always going to be
lasting,
overall positive. There's always going to be growth. There's always going to be growth. That's what's important. And that's the real gift that she gave you, the ability to grow.
No, like seriously though, like I grew so much. I grew so much. Like even the stuff that I post on, like I seriously, and I mean this to not be like corny or nothing, like I don't know where I would be without that situation. I don't know.
I'm curious, like, have you contacted, like, because you know how they are, like, they always go back.
Right.
I'm curious, like, have you had the opportunity to share this
with her? So when we broke up, right? We broke up, we went no contact, we didn't talk for 9 months. We ended up, rekindling. And I used to always tell her, like, I didn't have the words to tell her all of this. So at the time, I used to tell her so much, like, I love you, like, I'm so sorry. I would tell her all the time. But she used to say, like, Dontae, like, you say sorry so much, like, it just feels so ingenuine. But it was genuine, but I was just saying it so much. I didn't really know what I was trying to say. So then we started talking for a little while. We stopped talking. She got in a relationship. I haven't talked to her, but I had enough time to myself to think now. So actually, I'm going to be even more vulnerable. And I'm going to actually tell you what I sent her a couple months ago.
Are you serious?
So serious.
Guys, we're getting the good.
So she started, we broke up October 2020. We started talking again June 2021. We stopped talking October 2021. We started being friends again April 2022. And then she got into a relationship in June 2022. So I got into a relationship September 2023. And then 2025 March or April was when I decided that I had the words.
My birthday is April 2nd. That's totally irrelevant. Look at you.
So I said, I don't want or expect a reply. This is something I needed to say for my own healing. Thank you for real, for everything you did for me. I don't think I understood it at the time, but you really helped shift something in me, the way I think, the way I love, the way I carry myself now. You were patient with me when I didn't even know how to receive it, and I'll always appreciate that. You treated me with a kind of care and softness that I wasn't used to. You didn't try to fix me, you just showed up, and I don't think I realized how much that meant until way later. I know I made mistakes back then, mistakes that hurt you, and I take full responsibility for them. You didn't deserve that, but even through all of that, you still showed me love, and that changed me. What you showed me helped shape how I carry myself now, not in just relationships, but in how I move in life overall. I took what I learned from you and I've applied it to how I show up for the people I care about today. You helped me become someone more grounded, more aware, more intentional. I know you're in a relationship now, and I mean no disrespect to that or to you. This message isn't about reopening anything or looking for anything. It's just something I should have said a long time ago. You truly changed my life, and you were a key part of my growth, and I never really got to say that the right way, so thank you. You don't know how much you helped the younger me. I hope life's treating you well, and I genuinely wish you nothing but the best.
I'm like, I know we just met, but I'm so proud of you for that. That is such, first of all, thank you for sharing that with not just me, but like the whole audience of Seek and Speak. What the hell?
Yeah.
But also, that is bravery. That is courage. Understanding that you were in the wrong, understanding that there's so much that you could have done better, but not letting the past hold you back. Because trust, there are so many people who behave in that way, who hurt others, and instead of learning from it, they continue to do the same because they're hurt, and that's their excuse, you know?
Right.
But it takes a very special type of person, which you are, to understand I come from a place that's not that stable emotionally. I hurt you in the moment. I didn't realize it. But when I did realize it, I took the time to grow and to grow intentionally. And not only to grow intentionally, but to make sure that I can do what you did for me for others. Do you realize how spectacular that is?
No. It seems normal. It seems just like something that I had to do, you know?
It is something that you have to do. But at the same time, it's something people choose not to do.
And that is why I also wanted to talk about this, because I feel like a lot of people who cheated, they don't really know what they did, and they don't really...
Ooh, hot take.
They don't really say sorry. And they don't try to say sorry, or they don't try to learn from, you know, oh, dang, I cheated on this girl and she was the best thing that ever happened to me, and I'm going to be hurt for the rest of my life. So the next girl I get in a relationship with, I might as well cheat on her too. That ain't right, bro.
They are definitely acting in a way that is very, very ignorant. And I think the people who continuously do it, at some point, they know what they're doing. They just don't care. But it's from the way where, like, they have let their ignorance define them. You know what I mean? So technically, if you're really thinking about it, they don't know what they're doing because they're not making an effort to grow. But they allow that ignorance to become who they are, that disrespect to become who they are. And the people who consistently do it eventually don't care about the impact that they're having in other people's lives because they're ignorant. They're not going to think about it. You know what I mean?
They don't care about anybody but themselves.
This has like actually been so insane. Thank you so much for sharing this. Like, this is honestly like, this is a testament to why, one, you should always be kind to others, always be patient, always be loving, but also know when it's time to go. Know when it's like you've done your job. Because I think if she hadn't had left, if it hadn't had happened in that way, you wouldn't be the person you are today. Oh, that right.
That's true.
Right? Like,
that's true though.
And it also is a testament to how you can grow from hurt and how you can, it's never too late to make a positive impact. And you're doing it now. You're doing it now on Seek and Speak. I'm sure you do it in everyday life with your friends. And then you're doing it on TikTok too. You're making so many people happy and laugh. And that is so special. And so I want to thank you for doing that and being here on Seek and Speak.
Thank you for having me on.